It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox. A Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hey, welcome to another episode there, folks. We're having some fun here.
Yes, we are.
We want to thank B&B Fastener Supply over there at bnbfasteners.com in Norman. They have supplied us with tools to keep our rigs on the trail. We also want to thank Best Price Trailers here in Daytona. You can check them out at bestpricetrailers.com. They have a huge inventory, and they will ship anything as far as trailers.
I bet you B&B will ship too.
They probably would.
And I bet you our other one will ship too.
Well, of course, Randy will.
I know.
For the right price, yeah.
Daytona Garage?
Daytona Garage and Dodge Daytona Chrysler Jeep Ram over here in Daytona.
So shop around and look around, and if you're not in our area, these people can still help.
Yeah, give them a holler. I mean, if you're looking for their numbers, we'll have them posted up for you on the Facebook page. So, I mean, what more can we say about them? They're good people. They've helped us out, and they keep the lights burning for us.
That's true.
So you got anything new this week there,
You
Mark?
do. You brought these two states up. Commonwealth.
Why would you say that? That upsets them.
It does. It does.
One is a Commonwealth.
There's
four Commonwealths.
Yes.
Remember
do
that.
you know
part.
them? Do you know
You know what? I don't need to know them,
Kentucky,
but do you?
Kentucky.
Yes.
Massachusetts.
No. Yes.
Okay, you're going to quiz me on this?
No.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Virginia.
Okay.
4 Commonwealths.
All right. Jeez.
Good God help me.
Oh, God. Come on, Bart. You know better. You're going to get them mad at you. You're saying states and not Commonwealths.
Pennsylvania's a Commonwealth. And you bring up the topic, things that get them mad, and they don't like ATVs.
No, because
for good or bad reasons. There's both.
There's both. I mean, it's just like with us, with our off-road vehicles. You know, there's some that are good, there's some that are bad.
Correct.
And no matter what you're in, that's going to be human nature.
So, like when we go out on our trails, it's usually not the Jeeps that are tearing. Occasionally they are, but more it's the ATVers that, like, good example, they'll go through a hole, they got to wallow it out. Then we'll go through and then we'll sink.
Yep.
And that's probably,
let's see,
if I had to speculate.
$8,000 versus $50,000.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So anyways, up there in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
They got a lot of ticks up there, too, in case you didn't know that. Useless knowledge. Deer
ticks. Yeah, a lot of deer up there.
A lot of animals. A beautiful country. Actually, some very, very beautiful. You're up in that neck of the woods, too.
Yeah, New York, Syracuse.
Yeah.
In the central New York area. Now they say upstate, but upstate is not central area.
I've been through Pennsylvania a couple times. They actually have some good off-road parks in Pennsylvania, but evidently not enough.
Drive Route 81 through Pennsylvania, where they just blow roads through 81, like through the mountains.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
it's very beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's just tiring, the drive, going up there, driving through that. And when there's construction, there's really no workaround because you've got 4 lanes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Because you've got mountains.
Yeah. I've been up
on either
I've been
side.
up to Erie.
So you have been, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was in the middle of the night, and I was hauling butt.
Okay. Yeah.
Made it from Florida to Erie in 18 hours.
Wow.
Okay.
So they're trying to close some trails, or they're trying to outlaw it altogether.
They're trying to. What's happening is the ATVs are taking it upon themselves to cut their own trails.
Oh, see,
illegal
that
trails.
right there is a problem.
Yeah.
So you can stop everything right there, and now I know why they would do that. You know, why
Take that stance.
You
Correct.
cannot
Don't
cut your own trails.
No.
You know,
I mean,
just
even
on your own without even having a discussion about it with whoever the land belongs to.
correct. And it could be private, it could be state, it could be federal.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got designated trails for these guys to ride on. I guess they're not happy with it. They're not appreciative of what has happened. So they cut their own trails, and the government and the cities are getting tired of it. And technically, I can't blame them.
No.
I mean, we put the trails in, we spend all this money, we spend all this time, and you're going to go off.
I mean, there's some avenues that these off-roaders, these ATV riders, or whoever's cutting these trails, there's ways to go about doing this, right? I mean, you can talk to the powers that be.
Right. And like Bart was saying, up there, it's just like out in the Midwest there, property backs up to a lot of the federal lands and whatnot, and they're private.
Yes.
So the government will go in and get permission to, hey, we don't want to take it, but can we use this
Right.
to put this in?
Yeah.
Well, these ATVs, they don't care, and they just
They got
it
a
looks
lot
like
of bubbas up there going, and that's an
like a
insult to
good
the bubbas
it
because
looks like
these-
a good trail going that way. I
Yeah.
think I'll just go that
Just
way.
go that. Yeah.
And
No,
once one goes through, another one comes up and sees it's matted down. Oh, I'll go there too, and eventually it wears it out, and now you have erosion and everything else.
And how many of them have navigation system that shows whether you're on the right trail or the wrong trail? And if you're on private property, state, federal property, and if you're even on a trail.
Right, and
Well, they're on private property. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No.
a lot of these guys have trail cams up. The owners of these
but they'll
properties now.
so yeah, but I'm saying is sometimes if you're driving and you don't know where you're at, you should know where you're at.
Sure.
And you shouldn't be
Right.
trespassing on somebody's property.
I don't think they care.
They don't. They
Right.
don't. And like so, a lot of times it's you know what the purple band is on a tree?
No.
So if you see a purple band painted on a tree, that means no trespassing. You're on private property.
Okay.
So, or because in some areas it's so vast, you can't put a sign every 500 feet.
Right.
Some places you have to put sign. Other places recognize you paint a purple stripe around the tree. It's a purple band, and that shows you're on private property. So
And they just go through their line. Their
yep,
they
go right
go right down
line.
the tree line. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people of these people will have the proper navigation equipment so you're not on somebody's private land? Because I got to tell you, if you own a couple thousand acres and you're whether it's going to be tree or forest or farm or whatever, or even for hunting leases, you don't want somebody in there tearing it up. It's not theirs.
No.
You know?
And the videos I've been watching, 9 times out of 10, nobody has any GPS on their handlebar.
Yes.
Or snowmobile or whichever.
It's true.
So-
it's
so-
not so it's not just ATVs. With your snowmobiles, you bring up motorcycles.
Yeah, that's right. Wintertime. So let me ask you this: what was the what have they done? What is the latest on that?
They're wanting to ban it. They're wanting to shut the trails down.
Do they have a date set? When,
No, they
any
don't.
kind of this is something that's in discussion.
This is in discussion, but the feedback that the ATVers are saying is, hey, we're putting a lot of money into the economy, the local economy. Don't close it down. And I guess what they're possibly going to do is they're going to police themselves.
Oh, that's never a good idea.
Yeah,
You know
no.
what? But at least they're opening the discussion now.
Right.
And that's at least you could get those ATVers to say, look, we better mind our P's and Q's and get things right. Maybe they should just organize
Yes.
and figure this out and talk to the powers that be then. So this might be the way to do it. So
but
they had to come to
conversely,
this, though,
yes.
right?
Conversely, what are they doing in Wyoming?
Wyoming? Well, let's see.
That's a
here.
state.
Yep.
Yeah,
go there.
That's right. That's a state. See, now, real quick, we'll go back to this now off air. I was the one that was said state, and Bart corrected me. And goes, "That's a Commonwealth. You can't do it." But then we go on air, and you called it a state. So that's why
so
I
we
was.
can have the fun. Oh
That's
no,
why
I
was
picked right
giving
up.
you-
It was excellent.
Oh,
it was
okay.
excellent.
All right.
It was
Okay.
good teamwork on that one.
Okay.
And
So in 2023, the Wyoming legislature took up the connectivity issue of trails because people there were doing the same kind of thing. You know, there's a trail over here,
Yeah.
there's a trail over here. Well, I'll just make a line.
across an interstate.
Yeah, across God only knows where.
You know,
And
thank God it's not like New York City. They're doing it. It's Wyoming.
yeah, I mean, it's wide open.
Yes,
It's the Wild West.
it is.
So I get
But
it.
they did it right though.
Yes.
So, because I did my research when you sent me this, and it's interesting because I brought up my apps. So I'm pulling all this stuff up.
Okay.
And some like OnX had a really good view of it, and they had it. It's underground. It's like one of those
It's like on I-4 here. We got
for the animals.
For the animals.
For the animals. And
But this is for
yeah,
the ATVs.
It's
and
cool. That's the
side-by-sides.
first thing I thought when I was reading it. It's like, hi, all you got to do is put one of those animal corridors in, and they call it an ATV corridor, and they did, and it shows it though. I mean, you can actually follow it. When I looked on some of the other apps that I have,
Right.
no.
And that's interesting because you would think that the apps would show that because they are known trails. And you would think that people are tracking these trails
Correct.
and reporting it back to the manufacturer of the software.
I would, but OnX was really good. Gaia was okay. Lead Nav was so, which I'm surprised. But then you got to download tiles, and that's some of the like on OnX. I just pulled it up and it had
So
everything.
OnX is sounds like to me.
It was of the best that
Yeah.
I had because I have 5 of them, and the other ones like you have to download a map or have to download a tile, and it won't let you zoom in as crisp. I know if I downloaded like Lead Nav is really pretty good normally, and it does actually King of the Hammers. And the Baja and all the races, everybody uses lead nav. I mean, their navigation
right.
system.
So that's really a good one.
Really a good one. But
Lead
and this-
nav?
Lead nav. But
it's expensive.
it's
Is it?
expensive. And it
very
didn't, I had to download the tiles. I'm like, I'm not going to download because it takes up space off your phone. So you'll download on your phone or your iPad.
Gotcha.
But it was really neat that one is, here's an example of, hey, we're going to make things better for people to do it safer
Yeah,
versus
because
the
they
other
were going
one.
to shut things down
They were gonna
completely.
yes.
So they worked together, and
And they actually have another crossing area further down the road too.
I didn't check that.
I did because you got me going. I'm like, I got to look at this stuff. You know, you gotta
Right,
get-
right.
And so again, having the right tools and having the right things will probably help the people in Pennsylvania not to be where you're not supposed to be.
Okay.
Right.
You know, stay on the proper trails.
It's maybe once again we push education. Maybe they need to set up education up there. I mean,
Yes.
they take a test to use the ATV on the trails. It's an online course, but
Yes.
it's not reinforced.
Yes,
Meaning
Agreed.
that you can take it online, then go to a class and actually sit in a class
Correct.
and go over stuff. That way you can ask the questions.
Yes.
And get the right answers and not just go, oh, well, I think I can do this. And then you run into these type of situations to where things are going to get closed.
And it doesn't have to be. Again, I agree with you. Education, having knowledge, doing these things makes a bit, and having the cooperation of the state too.
Yeah. And that's honestly, that's one of the hardest things to get. I mean, we're having a hard time here in Florida to be able to do it.
You know what's interesting? Who has a great off-road park system? California.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's all.
They have several state-run off-road parks. They make, well, I wouldn't say they charge money. They don't make money. They charge, but they have a great off-road system.
How many of them burned beginning of the year?
Several of them, but that comes right back.
comes right back.
Because it's just trails.
Right.
You're out in the middle of some places, nowheres, like, Hollister Hills. I've forgotten. And not only is there state ones, some of the counties have gotten in, and they have their own huge, we're talking, 10, 12 square mile off-road parks in the county.
Yeah.
That's pretty, and they charge. You come in there, you can stay, you can off-road properly. And maybe Pennsylvania, a lot of people should look at what California's done.
And use that as a template to
yeah.
take and try to build something up that way.
Yes.
Go figure.
for
Something
responsi-
California did, people take a template, right?
Really? Yeah, I was really
Learn
surprised.
from California.
And I've been out there, and I've been to their different parks, and I was pretty impressed. I'm like, you're kidding me? And I'm like, this is California? I'm like, yeah, of course they're going to charge you money. And I'm like,
But it's worth it. I mean,
some of them are $25 for the vehicle for the day.
Right.
That's
look
It's
at
fine.
Cracker Ranch. It's private.
Yes.
But you pay to get in.
it's nowhere near what they have for their.
No.
I mean, they actually build obstacle courses. They build neat trails. They actually build all the way around. If there's a unique feature, whether it's a stream or a clear freshwater pond or a good,
Right.
they have trails to go there. And there's areas where hey, you got to stop, and this is where you hike and you have your picnic. It's really pretty neat. It's really
Nice.
It is. It's very nice.
So maybe one day we'll get to there.
Maybe everybody should get together, or they should hire us to help you consult Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of.
Look at this. Now you've got another idea.
Besides
Last week was
King of the Hammers for
right,
the military.
Right.
Pony up. Come on, let's see what you got, big
So
dog.
what's the latest with the Wyoming? What's the
They're working at fixing this issue.
Okay.
Yes.
Little bit by little bit. I mean, it takes money. And
Yes.
people, stop and think about here. If I went on the news and said, hey, I'm taking money to do X, Y, Z, people are going to be in an uproar. So they go through a process to have public meetings, hear out,
Right.
look at all the issues. Then they put it to a vote amongst them, or it goes to a vote for the people of the county or
Okay.
the state.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
But just in, say, we're back with Wyoming, one town or city, Evanston. They have 30 beginner-friendly off-road trails in that one area,
it's
small
20
area.
22 miles.
Yes.
Almost 23 miles.
23 miles of trails. And 30 of them are for beginners. That's smart thinking.
We had 13 miles over there at Cracker, but not no more.
Yeah, no.
And they were all basically beginner.
Yes, but I would have to say the views
Yeah,
In
much
Wyoming,
better. Much better.
than Florida Swamp.
Oh yeah. The swamp is a swamp.
Swamp
it
is a
doesn't
swamp.
change.
Yeah.
But hey, you just get your out. At least you're here and you're outdoors.
Outdoors.
You're outdoors,
You
enjoying
do.
it.
You,
Enjoying it.
you
And
work
you're
with what you have.
And you're with other people that have the same
Right,
fun.
right.
So,
So Pennsylvania, you get a hold of Wyoming, get a hold of California, and start networking.
yeah, I think every state should be doing something.
Correct.
Cool. All right then.
All right, guys.
Thank
Time
you
to
very
eat.
much.
Let's
It's
go
time-
eat.
Let's go eat. All right, guys. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next time.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox, powered by Best Price Trailers.